Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I blinged out this 14-ounce Stanley Tumbler, guys. I can't believe I was actually able to get my hands on this, and look how cute it came out, guys. Isn't it super cute? I got this for my daughter. Sorry it took longer than expected to get this video done, guys, but my daughter, as soon as she saw it, she snagged it from me and she was like, I want to use it already. But she finally gave it back and she's like, okay, you can bling it out now. So that's why I'm here, guys. So now, as usual, let's begin by me showing you the materials I used to bling out this super cute tumbler. To begin, of course, your choice of 14-ounce Stanley tumbler. Next, I have my napkins for prepping. I have my nail file, some alcohol wipes, and I have my Bob Smith 30-minute slow cure epoxy. That is what I'm going to be using to apply the rhinestones. I also have some sticky notes, some toothpicks, and a pickup tool. I also have my tray to keep my rhinestones organized. And for rhinestones, I am going to be using this orange color. I am also going to be using this neon pink and this AB crystal. I'll be talking about sizes as I am working on the tumbler. So now on to prepping. I got my napkins on my table because, guys, it's going to get messy and I want to keep my area clean. I'm going to remove the lid and I'm going to start filing down my cup with my nail file. I'm going to go all the way around. Be careful with the logo, guys. You don't want to file too much right there. But yes, I'm filing everything down except the bottom of the cup. I'm blinging everything out. You see all that pink dust in my hands? That is exactly what you want to see. Once I was done, I dusted off my nail file, my hands, and it was time to clean the cup. So to remove all this dust, I am going to be using the alcohol wipes. This is going to make sure it is completely clean and ready to bling out. If you don't have alcohol wipes, guys, don't worry about it. You can just use regular rubbing alcohol, pour some on a napkin, and clean it off. Just make sure it is completely clean and you have no dust anywhere. So let it completely dry. It just takes a few minutes, guys. It's going to look a little wet like this. Let it dry, clean up your mess, wash your hands, and now it's time to bling. So this is how it looks once the cup is dry. It's clean and ready to go. I'm going to start off by blinging the top where the silver area is, moving on to the logo, and then the rest of the cup. I'm going to start off with the AB crystals in the size 16. So working by sections, I'm going to start applying my epoxy with my toothpick very carefully. You want to make sure that the epoxy is not too runny but not too thin either, guys. Again, working by sections. If you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and apply the epoxy all the way around that loop and go ahead and bling it out. So I am going to be doing 2 rows here of that size 16 in a honeycomb pattern all the way around. You can do both rows at the same time or one at a time, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But do make sure to double check your work all the time and keep an eye on your rhinestones, because since the epoxy is really fresh, they can get a little bit runny. Once you are done with your first section, move on to your next, and so on and so forth until you are done doing the whole chrome part. Also, make sure your rhinestones stay in place. Make sure they're not overlapping to the pink part of the cup or above where your lid is not going to be able to close right. Double check your work, and this is how it looks, guys. Look how cute. Again, this is a size 16 in a honeycomb pattern. Moving on now to the logo. For the logo, I'm going to be using orange rhinestones in the sizes SS3, SS4, and SS6. And I'm also going to be using the neon pink in the sizes SS3, and I do have a mixture of a SS4 through 16. I'm going to begin by applying a fresh epoxy to only the logo, guys. I'm working by sections. I'm going to do the little bear first, and then I'm going to move on to the actual Stanley word. So as you can see, I am applying the epoxy very carefully with my toothpick. That's why I love to use toothpicks, because I can get into those tiny little areas. Only covering the bear, guys, and a little bit around it. But if you look closely, I'm only doing the bear because I want to leave everything else empty, so when I'm doing my rows, I can fill in those as I'm doing that. So I'm going in with the size 3 of those orange rhinestones to start off the little wings. Based on the areas of the logo, that is the size I'm going to use. This is a very small area, guys. That's why I'm using very small rhinestones. I am just going right over the bear, guys, covering it with orange rhinestones. And whatever gaps I have in between the legs or in between the wings, I'm going to go in with the pink neon. So very basic, guys, just bling over the bear, just to, you know, make it easier for you guys. And then now you see me going in with the 6 to cover the body because it is a bigger area, so I can use a bigger size. So I'm gonna let you guys watch how I bling this, just so you guys can get the vibe and the idea of how I did it. So now that I'm done blinging out the bear, I'm gonna go in and fill in those little gaps like I had told you guys with those neon pink. Like I said, I did not apply epoxy all around, just very carefully around the bear. And in between those little gaps, I'm going to fill them in very carefully. Quick question, by the way, guys. Do you guys like my tutorials like this, that I'm just letting you guys watch me bling as I'm explaining things? Or do you guys just want the basic instructions and that's it? Let me know, guys. So now that I am done blinging out the bear, I'm moving on to the actual Stanley word. Very carefully, once again, applying that epoxy only to the edges of where those letters end, guys. I don't want to go too far because I'm going to be doing that once I'm doing my rows on the cup, guys. Okay, and then you see me connecting right there the word with the little bear because I'm going to be filling in those gaps. So this is how it looks, and now I'm going to start blinging it. For the letters, I did use the size SS4. That was for all the letters, guys. And you guys see me going one by one all the way across. And once I was done blinging out all the letters, I went in with the neon pink rhinestones to fill in the gaps in between the letters. So this is how it looks, guys. Look at this. And like I said, now going in with the fill-in sizes. Make sure when you are filling in the gaps in between the letters, they're not passing the letters, whether it's down or up. You want to keep that line straight because then it's going to mess up your rhinestone lines when we are doing the rest of the cup. Make sure everything stays in place as much as you can make it. Remember, double check your work. So this is how it looked once I was done with the logo. I'm moving on to the actual cup, guys. I'm going to be using the neon pink in the size 20. So I'm going to start off at the top and work my way down. I'm going for a honeycomb look with that size 20. I am going to need some fill-in sizes once I get close to the logo, but stay tuned for that. So with some fresh epoxy, once again, I am applying it all the way around. Starting from the top, guys, this is enough for about one row just to start off. And I'm going straight in with that size 20. I flipped my cup around and I'm just going to start going in, applying my rhinestones. Try to keep those rhinestones as straight as you can in that pink end because this is going to define basically how your cup looks. Okay, this is your guideline. So this is how it looks, guys. Look how cute that is. And now I'm going to move on to my next lines until I get to the bear, guys. So like I said, I'm going for the honeycomb look, guys. So I'm going to apply some more epoxy and then start creating that honeycomb. So as you guys can see there, to make that honeycomb, you have to apply the rhinestones in between the other previous lines. So you guys see how I'm doing that? That is what's creating that honeycomb. I'm going to do that, like I said, till I get to the bear, because once I get to the bear, I do have fill-ins to do. So this is how it looks, guys. I did one extra line. You guys can see right next to the bear how that 20 no longer fits. So that's why I need the fill-in size. So now that I'm working around the logo, I'm going to be doing my lines and as well as those fill-ins. So for this section, I am going to be using my mixture of rhinestones SS3 through SS16. This is for the filling gaps. And then for the rest of the row, I'm still going to continue with the size 20. So I'm going to apply some more fresh epoxy right here, all around those little gaps and that logo. If you guys aren't sure of how to make the epoxy, I'll link a video down below in the description so you guys can go check it out and learn exactly how to make it. And now I'm going to start filling in those gaps. Make sure the rhinestones you are placing fit in that spot, that they're not overlapping or that they are too small that you could fit a bigger size. So like I said, I am doing my rows at the same time. As you guys can see there, I'm continuing with that honeycomb, and I did drag a few of those rhinestones because it was a bit of too much epoxy. So I spread out the glue by doing that. I got the size 20 as close as I could to the logo. Once I saw that I could not fit any longer, that's when I went in with the fill-ins. But the key is to get those rhinestones as close as you can without losing that honeycomb. But yeah, you know, making sure that they do fit and they're not overlapping. So once I was done with those fill-ins, this is how it looked, guys. Look at that. It's blending and coming together. I'm going to do the same thing for when I'm doing the rows around the Stanley. And look how it looks now, guys. Look at that. Now I can continue for the rest of this area till I get to that part where it's getting smaller on the cup. I can continue my rows with that honeycomb until I get to that little area right there. So this is how it looks, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. No fill-in sizes in the back. Beautiful. Just straight honeycomb. So now I'm going to start working in this middle area where it's getting smaller, guys. I am going to lose that honeycomb because since it is getting smaller, I can't keep up with that pattern unless I am using fill-in sizes, which I actually am not going to do. I don't want to. I just want to use a straight 20. So I'm going in with that 20 once again, keeping my line straight. Like I said, I'm not going to have the honeycomb, guys. It's going to lose it because it's getting smaller. So you guys are going to see right here, it kind of looks like it's honeycombed, but it's not. The rhinestones are actually a little bit above it. You guys see right there? Oh, there's a tiny little gap. They're just kind of leaning on them. They're not in between them. So like I said, this area is getting smaller. Can you guys see it? How it's getting thinner? Again, that honeycomb is not possible unless I do fill-ins. If you guys do want to do fill-ins, that's up to you, but I'm not going to. I'm going in with that honeycomb look. And it's going to give that illusion that it's still there, you know, because the top of the cup is honeycomb. So now I'm going to continue with my rows, just going in with the 20s, guys, straight all the way around. And look at this. It still looks honeycomb, right? I'm starting off on the front, so if I do have gaps or, you know, I need to do any fixing, it's going to be in the back, not in the front of the cup. So see how I'm kind of doing the honeycomb, but they're not touching. They're not in between the rhinestones above. They're just doing another row, kind of floating in the above row. It's going to give that illusion. So you guys see right here, do you guys see those tiny, tiny little gaps in between them? It's going to give that illusion, like I said. I hope this is making sense, guys. And look at the back. You can see that it's not honeycomb right here. But in the front, it's still giving that honeycomb vibe, you know? So that's why I like to start in the front. Like I said, I hope this is making sense, guys. Or at least you guys get the visual of what I'm doing here. So just continue with your rows, guys, all the way around. Start from the front to the back. Keep your lines as straight as you can keep them. Double checking your work, guys. Work by sections. Right here in the back, guys, you guys can see how some rows have a bit of space in between them. I spread out the rhinestones to blend all that in. Depending on the row, guys, that's what you're going to have to do in the back to blend them in. So you guys see that? You guys see that gap in between the rows? Just blend them in, stretch them out, blend in that gap, guys. You guys see that, how I'm doing it? And that easy and that simple, guys. Again, I'm not using any fill-in sizes. I'm just going straight in with that 20. So I continued doing that all the way to the bottom, guys. And I am just about done. Look at this. It's that honeycomb illusion, guys. I'm going to let this completely dry for around 48 hours before use. 5.5 hours later, guys, look at this. I am done. Beautiful, right? Look at this. And it still gives that honeycomb vibe, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. I love it. You can't even see those gaps, guys. Look at this. But yes, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned a little something. Thank you guys so much for watching, like always. I love how this cup came out, guys. It's super, super cute. I wish they would make these with handles, guys. That's what they need to do next. A little 14-ounce for your little baby, you know, with a little handle so they can be identical, guys. And we will sure bling that out also. We're just waiting on Stanley to drop them. But for now, we will settle for this, guys. It's so, so cute, guys. I just love the pink. It shines beautifully, guys, with that honeycomb illusion. But yes, guys, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out all my other DIY video, guys, and my shopping hauls and my handbag videos and a little bit of everything, guys. It's all nicheless, okay? So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yes, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this for more content to come. Okay, bye.